Hi there, I'm Amir Matar, and welcome to my channel where we explore the fascinating world of philosophy. Just like the laws of physics govern the motion of celestial bodies, the laws of logic govern the motion of thought. Today we're diving into some fascinating concepts in logic-hasty generalizations, forgetful inductive reasoning, false cause, and informal fallacies. Understanding these helps us think more clearly and avoid being misled. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the hasty generalization. Picture this, you're walking down the street and you see two people in a row wearing red hats. Now, would you conclude from this that everyone in the world is now wearing a red hat? Of course not, that's absurd. But that's exactly what a hasty generalization is, jumping to a conclusion based on far too little evidence. Just as a single data point isn't enough to map the cosmos, a single observation isn't enough to define an entire population's behavior. Hasty generalizations can lead to harmful stereotypes and prejudices. If we judge an entire group of people based on the actions of a few, we risk perpetuating misinformation and injustice. Remember, the universe is full of diversity, in its celestial bodies and in its people. Let's embrace that diversity by approaching our judgments with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to seeking out sufficient evidence. Now let's journey into the realm of forgetful inductive reasoning. This fallacy is a close cousin of the hasty generalization, but with a twist. It's not just about the lack of evidence, but also about what evidence we choose to remember, and perhaps more importantly, what we choose to forget. Imagine you're trying to solve a cosmic mystery, like figuring out the origin of a strange radio signal from deep space. You gather data from all sorts of telescopes and satellites, but you accidentally overlook a crucial piece of information. The signal's frequency matches that of a common microwave oven. The key takeaway here is that sound reasoning requires us to be mindful of all the evidence, not just the evidence that supports our preconceived notions. Let's approach its mysteries with open minds and a commitment to considering all the evidence, even when it challenges our assumptions. Now brace yourselves because we're about to tackle a fallacy that's as pervasive as it is misleading, the false cause. This is the classic mistake of assuming that just because two things happen in close proximity, one must have caused the other. Imagine for a moment that every time a particular constellation appears in the night sky, the stock market experiences a dip. Does this mean the stars are influencing our financial markets? As tempting as it might be to draw that connection, we have to resist the allure of the false cause. Just because two events correlate, it doesn't mean one is causing the other. There could be a third unseen factor at play, or it could simply be a coincidence. Challenge those assumptions, dig deeper for evidence, and don't be afraid to question those seemingly obvious connections. Finally, let's shed some light on the sly world of informal fallacies. These aren't about faulty logic in the traditional sense, but rather about using language and emotion to manipulate or distract from the real issue at hand. Think of it like this. Imagine you're debating the existence of black holes with a friend. Instead of addressing the scientific evidence, your friend resorts to personal attacks, questioning your intelligence or your credentials. This, my friends, is an informal fallacy in action, an attempt to win an argument not through logic and reason, but through emotional appeals and distractions. Informal fallacies come in many shapes and sizes. The key to combating informal fallacies is to stay vigilant and focused on the substance of the argument. Ask yourself, is the argument based on logic and evidence, or is it simply trying to manipulate my emotions? Understanding these fallacies, from hasty generalizations to informal fallacies, equips us with a powerful toolkit for navigating the world of ideas. It's like having a cosmic decoder ring, allowing us to decipher the language of logic and see through attempts at manipulation. Remember, critical thinking is a journey, not a destination. There will always be new fallacies to uncover, new biases to challenge, and new ways to refine our thinking. So, stay curious, my friends. See you next time.